evening, everybody. This is Eric in the Card Closet. Thanks again for joining me for another episode. Really glad you're here. Hope you're having a great start to your week. This is episode 528. So let's do our mystery man of the day. He had 528 doubles, which puts him at 45th on the all-time list. He is one of many Hall of Famers to have his rookie card in the 1957 Topps set. He was a Sport Magazine All-Star in 1958 Topps set. He was a Sporting News All-Star in 61, 62, 68, and 1970 Topps sets. This guy was an all-around hitter, power and average. He's on home run leader cards in 1962, 63, and 67. Batting leader cards in 63, 67, 68. And RBI leader cards in 66, 67, 68, and 72. He was a part of the very first Topps Traded subset, which was part of the 1972 Topps set, and he was with the Dodgers in that card. His last Topps playing day card was 1975 Topps, so his Topps run ran for 19 years. But then he went into managing, and he had a whole bunch of manager cards. 1975 through 1977, 1982 through 1984, 1988 through 1991, and 2002 Topps Traded through 2006. So 14 more manager cards, which I believe is the most of any of our mystery men. He was the Rookie of the Year in the National League in 1956. When I was a little kid, he was an answer to the trivia question, who had the most home runs as a rookie, before Mark McGwire broke it. He was most valuable player in both leagues, 1961 for the Reds, 1966 for the Orioles, and he also won the Triple Crown in 1966. Finished his career with 1,800 runs, 2,900 hits, 586 home runs, so maybe we'll see him again down the road in a future episode, 1,800 RBIs, and a .294 career batting average. Played in 5 World Series, 1 with the Reds and 4 with the Orioles, and won 2 of them, both with the Orioles. He managed Cleveland, San Francisco, Baltimore Orioles, and the Expos/Nationals. I think he died just in the last 5 years or so. So, do you know who this all-time great hitter, top-tier Hall of Famer, a good manager, never won anything as a manager, however? Let me know in the comments if you were able to get Frank Robinson. Frank Robinson. I just missed getting to see him play. He was a manager for a long time, though, and so I remember him more as a manager. But, of course, winning that Triple Crown in 1966 with the Orioles always got my attention because my favorite player as a little toddler kid, Carl Yastrzemski, won it the very next year in 1967. So Frank Robinson's our mystery man, and this is his all-star card from 1970 Topps. All right, I'm not going to keep it on the screen because all these cards that you see in front of you, you've had a while to look at them here, they all have something in common. It's not that they're all Hall of Famers. Something else that they all have in common, these cards. So my collecting, I'm a set collector back to 1970. And I'm a Red Sox team set collector before 1970. And I also have a few player runs, Topps player runs that I do, Hall of Famers or should be Hall of Famers. and I go back and get their pre-1970 cards. Mostly of players that I remember as a kid, that when I'd get their card, I'd flip it over on the back and they had long careers on the back. 300 win guys. Just star players. These two I don't remember playing as a kid. They were retired before I was old enough. But they were players I latched onto and really became a fan of. But the rest of them here, 300 win, 3,000 strikeouts, and then select batters that interested me. I've gone back and was picking up their pre-1970 cards to make a total, complete career Topps run. And somewhere along the line, I got stalled on these. And there's others as well. That's a hint what all these cards have in common. These are all the second Topps cards of these players. So when I was doing these player runs a number of years ago, I kind of had a price cap on each card, or each player I should say, and I'd go back as far as I could for that price, which almost always took me back to the rookie cards where I didn't get the rookie card. And so I've got a lot of these player runs with all their cards except the rookie card. And these are just a few examples. Now I corrected that at the National. I did pick up a Rod Carew rookie. He would have been on this list as well. Somewhere along the line I picked up a Don Sutton rookie and a Fergie Jenkins rookie. So they're not in this list. I always had the Yaz rookie just because he was my favorite player. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else part of this set. I could have done Nolan Ryan as well. I didn't think to get his second year card out. Also don't have Nolan Ryan's rookie, and he's a player that I am trying to get the entire run of too. So I figure now's as good a time as any. It's time to get back to unfinished business and start completing these runs. I'm not going to get great condition cards by any means. Going to go for, a nice looking copy in a low grade. And the first two I've got here to show you. This is one of these players on the table here. His rookie card is 1966 Topps. You should know right away that means it's Jim Palmer. Jim Palmer's cards are not expensive compared to the others. He's very reasonable. Was able to get it in a 3 for the price that I was hoping to spend on this card. 1966 Topps, very attractive looking card. Some versions I've seen have his eyes looking kind of buggy, but this one didn't have that, so I was happy about that. Here's the back of it. SGC slab to boot. That's just a bonus. Not a requirement, but a bonus. All right, so Jim Palmer. We'll swap out that one, and his Topps run is complete. And the other one from 1965 Topps. Okay, that narrows it down to 2 guys on the table. Any ideas? Steve Carlton. And again, was able to go the CGC route, which brought the price down. Very nice looking Carlton rookie. Some of his rookie cards I saw looked fuzzy. His picture, his face looked fuzzy. Here's the back. Pretty good looking example. Again, not important, but it's a bonus if I can score a cheap one. So Steve Carlton's rookie card. What's kind of strange about Steve Carlton's Topps run is his run goes back to 1967. He did not have a Topps card in 1966, however. So the jump back to 1965 is what you have to do to get his rookie. So some of these other guys here are on deck. I'm looking for them now as well in a good price. Bob Gibson kind of applies to this too, but Bob Gibson, there's several of his cards I don't have yet, not just the rookie. So wish me luck. Getting back to business, getting these player runs project that I started years ago, getting back to it now, and hopefully can pick up some more of these. So it's a fun project. I like these guys. Like I said, these are the guys, especially up here, over to here, everybody but these two. These are the guys, like I said before, you flip over their 1980 card, for example, of any of them, and look at all those stats on the back, which I was drawn to. All right, so a couple more. This one is not a rookie, not a second-year card, but it's a run that I'm working on that I really picked up in earnest at the National. It was the next one back that I didn't have yet, and this is a 66 Topps of Bob Clemente, Roberto. And I have his 65, so the next Roberto Clemente I'm looking for is from 1964. And I also need a 63. So I'm kind of looking for those at the same time. So very, very glad to get another Clemente in the collection. And then I was at Triple Play Sports Cards, local card shop here in South Dakota, and I went through his drop box where he has a card that it starts at the top price you're going to see, and then he lowers it every week, keeps putting stickers on top of stickers on top of stickers, and he drops it until it sells. Tron Drysdale, it's got a crease on it, but kind of in an inconspicuous place. $7 for a 68 Drysdale. Good enough for me. He's not one of my top tier player runs I'm working on. He's kind of a tier 2. Drysdale, Vatapinson. Oh, who else is in that tier? Jim Perry, just because I've met him and golfed with him. Oh, there's more. I'm not thinking of them off the top of my head, but 68 Drysdale kind of fits the mood of the room here with these other cards from that era. And that is it, guys. All vintage, all Hall of Famers, or should be Hall of Famers. And it's a fun project. I'm kind of going for the fun right now. Having a little bit of an identity crisis in my collecting. Maybe I'll talk more about that in a future episode. But hey, appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye now.